Thank you. Committee reports, legislative update, Mrs. Gundrum.
There has been a lot of activity around property tax reform in the last couple of days, and I think some of it was still going on today, so I don't really have anything completely up to date. But from what I have read, according to the Dayton Daily News, the House last night concurred with several changes that the state Senate made, including increasing the 2.5% owner-occupied tax rollback to 15-something% for the next 4 years. Then there is also, they said, House Bill 129 revises the school's funding formula calculation, and they're estimating that that's going to cost public school districts about $600 million. We need any less to work with, So House Bill 186 caps tax increases in the 20 mil floor. School districts to be consistent with the rate of inflation. And then it also offers tax credit to homeowners who ended up paying windfalls after their values were adjusted. And then there's House Bill 335, limits inside millage increases for all taxing bodies to the rate of inflation, which also has an estimated revenue loss of $600 to $700 million. And then House Bill 309 gives local budget commissions more power to rein in unnecessary spending. So the Dayton Daily News made a point to say that a lot of these things were passed before and Governor DeWine vetoed them. But when his office was contacted, they said, well, at least school districts have had a chance to have their say. So they know it's coming if it comes. It's okay, that doesn't really inspire a lot of confidence that they might get vetoed again. So we'll see what happens.
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Gundrum. And that was a large point of topic at Butler Tech on Tuesday night. And this flurry of activity happening here late in the session before they break for really what amounts to the rest of the year, forcing all the legislation to start over fresh in the new calendar year. So a lot of this might have passed today, as you mentioned, and a lot of it would be damaging to the district, especially that last one you mentioned, and I'm not sure why they would do that, but that bill would allow county commissioners in each county to then decide whether or not a levy, let's say, as it relates to the school district, that the voters of that county, of that district, have passed, whether or not they'll actually enforce it.
Yeah, that's very, I didn't get a chance to delve too far into that just because I was trying to keep up with the flurry of activity. There has been some criticism I've read from some of the lawmakers saying that they felt a lot of this was just rushed through at the last minute and perhaps not given the amount of thought that it should have been given, but hopefully things work out. So it's all I can say at this point. We can just hope, I guess, for now.
Yeah.
And then see what has to be changed later.
Really, really scary stuff. Okay, so the rest of my Butler Tech report would be the fact that AmHub will be opening soon in early February, and there's going to be tours for the board members from all of the different districts to come in and see it. So I think that open house is on 2/2, and then districts tours to shortly follow after that. I've left each board member a copy of some literature, a marketing piece that's out now for the 2-year high school program, right? So they do have a 3-year sophomore-based academy, but that is extremely difficult to get into. So most students apply for and are accepted in a 2-year program. And this is some brochures that will go out to all the schools to share that information. And then here recently, they have about 50 students that are currently signed up for the AmHub. That's the Advanced Manufacturing Hub. And they had a chance to come to the AmHub, tour the facilities, meet 30 business partners that will be working with them, supplying equipment, supplying really course materials for them as they learn firsthand what those companies do and to best prepare them for the workforce and a number of emerging industries. So exciting times.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is, it is. That is my report for Butler Tech. Student achievement, Mrs. Birding Miller.
As always, this is a very hard topic to just pick one of our students because our students are doing amazing things as we learn every day and every week, coming here and learning about all these wonderful elementary students who are doing such great things for our community. But I did pick just one. It was hard. I was originally going to recognize some of our high school students who were getting inducted to the National Honor Society. But instead, I'm going to pivot, and I would like to give a shout out to Mia Hamilton. And Mia Hamilton won an award from the Purple Monkey Project. And she didn't win this award for, being the smartest in her class, which apparently she's very smart. But she won the award because of her kindness and joy and spirit that she had, because they wanted to recognize it, because they feel like that embodies what Reagan was as a person. And so I just want to give a huge shout out to Mia, who won a $50 certificate and had a whole great ceremony. So great job, Mia. Congratulations. Well deserved.
Thank you. Next up is Parks and Recreation, Mr. Clark.
I always think I had the fun one until I hear you give all those accolades, and I have to follow that. Since it is the most wonderful time of the year, as some may say, right, Mr. Smith?
Exactly.
If you have not yet visited the Village Green area or the Community Arts Center, CAC, there's about 16 Christmas trees in that facility that you should go see. They're beautiful, decorated very nicely, and you can vote on the best tree out of those 16. So go check that out. And then Parade of Lights is coming up on November 22nd. And there's some preliminary events this year. From 5 to 6:30, there's from the Raptor Incorporated Company. They're bringing Birds of Prey. Mr. Hustle, what do you think about that? Birds of Prey. No goat yoga, but Birds of Prey. Yeah. They're going to show those raptors and other cool birds in the amphitheater area from 5 to 6:30, easy to say. And then at 6, this ought to be interesting because it's on stage at 6, the Fairfield Stars dancing team will perform. So I hope the Birds of Prey and the dancing team don't get crossed because they're in the same time frame there. And then the Parade of Lights is that night as well. So if you've never been a part of or never witnessed or watched the Parade of Lights, it is a really, really good event. This is number 7, and it gets bigger, brighter, and better every single year. So
It does.
that's my report, Mr. President.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Clark. Anything from Planning Commission, Mr. Smith?
Planning Commission met on November 12th. However, no topics relevant to the district were discussed.
Thank you.